Okay, so here we have the very first PSA submission that I've done. It's just one card, but I figured it'd have a pretty good chance of getting the 10. So let's crack into this. Oh, they pulled the wrong tab. And we have... cover up that paperwork there. That's a lot of bubble wrap for one card, but I'll take it. The slow reveal with the squeaking from the bubble wrap. We have the Iono's Belly Bolt from Battle Partners in a PSA 10. Again, very first card I've ever sent in to get graded myself. It's not a perfect card. It has a few issues that I thought maybe worst case scenario might keep it from getting the 10, but I don't know if it'll show on camera. There's the slightest print defect right there in that top border. Not super noticeable from just looking at it. And then the only other thing is this bottom edge here. I don't know if you can see in the lighting. It's just a little jagged right there on that left side. But there's no whitening and the centering was really good. So definitely happy with that. So I sent this card in on March 3rd of this year. And the processing said it was completed by June 3rd. So it took exactly 3 months to grade this one card and get it sent back to me. I actually got this from a live break. I've only ever done one live break. It was for when Cool Train Orion was opening Battle Partners when it very first came out.
Cast, exactly, that's the point. We got another one! J-Ron, baby! We got another Iona Belly Bolt SAR. Jerron, baby, we got the Belly Bolt Iona. Jerron, baby. Jerron, baby. Jaron, baby, let's get it. Congrats, bro.
So this was the best card that was pulled, but I also got some other really nice cards in that box as well. And then I also sent this in using Cool Train Orion's PSA discount code to get one card graded for free. I figured if I was going to try it on a card, this would be the one. So as long as I never buy into another live break again, I can be one of the only people in the world who has made money or didn't lose money buying into a live break. So after finally getting this card back, I do have some bulk submissions that I'm getting ready to send in. So I'm making this video to film for just extra insurance purposes, but I thought you guys might like to see some of the cards I've been sitting on for a while now that I think are PSA 10 worthy. So very first we have Umbreon V alternate art from Evolving Skies. I pulled this from a Celebrations Lance's Charizard V box, and it's in really nice condition overall, zero whitening. Only thing, and I don't know if you can see it, in that top right corner, it's not necessarily whitening, it's just like the edge of the corner's pushed down a little bit, because if you look at it from that angle, you can't really see it at all. Tilted up, there's the ever slightest bit of just that edge kind of being pushed down. So I don't think that's enough to keep it from getting a 10. Like, you look at it from here, it looks really nice. So I feel really good about this one. I feel good about all the cards in this submission. There's only one that I'm pretty sure won't get a 10, but we'll get to that. So that's first. Next we have the Charizard from Celebrations. Again, really good condition, zero whitening. Any scratches or specks that you see are just going to be on the card saver, the penny sleeve. The only thing with this card is the top border is a little bit thicker than the bottom border. Now, I use an app called the Card Centering app, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. And it's an app where you can take a picture of your card and then import it into the app, and it has a measuring guide on it. And it'll let you know if your borders are within that 55 to 45 range for the PSA standard. So with this one, the top to bottom centering are right on that 45 to 55 range. The left to right is pretty even. It's just that top border is slightly thicker, but that's another really nice one. Next we have the Mega Charizard EX from Evolutions. I got lucky with a couple of these that I pulled. I guess I got a batch from a decent print run, so there's no whitening on these. The centering looks good. There's no edge wear. And yeah, there's not any flaws that I can really see with this one. Next we have the Pikachu and Zekrom GX from Team Up, the regular GX. This I actually got from a theme deck box. I forget exactly what it's called, but maybe I'll flash it up on screen. And I grabbed a few of them back in the day and opened them just for these cards, because the cards that they used for the theme deck boxes were all just in really good condition. Yeah, I really like this one. Next we have a Charmander Baby Shiny from Hidden Fates. This is another one where the centering is really good. Zero whitening, really good condition. Most of the print runs for Hidden Fates had really good condition on the cards, especially the last print run. I can't remember if this is from the last print run or not, but most of the Hidden Fates cards I have are in really nice condition. This is definitely a lower value card in a 10, but I think it's cool. Next we have the Reshiram and Charizard GX tag team from Unbroken Bonds, I think is what this is from. This is another one that was part of one of those theme deck boxes. So again, really nice condition on this one overall. Next we have the Full Art Tag Team Birds from Hidden Fates. Another card in really good condition, pretty good centering on this one. And then yeah, zero whitening as you can see. Next we have the Jesse and James Full Art. I pulled one of these and then I bought 3 of them back in like 2021. They ran up to like $20 and I thought they were going to go on a run. So I bought 3 of them for around $20 at that time, and then they kind of just came back down in price and sat there for a while. But these have started to spike recently with the Destined Rivals release, but are also currently on their way back down. But all the copies that I bought of this card were super clean. I can't remember if this is the one that I pulled or one of the copies that I bought, but still a really cool card. Next we have the Lucario and Melmetal GX Tag Team promo. This is from a tin that I found in Walmart back in probably late 2020 or early 2021. Most of these cards in the submission I either pulled or got as like a promo card like this from a sealed product. And this one came out in super nice condition. I figured now's a good time to grade some tag teams since they are running. Next we have the Gengar EX, regular EX from Phantom Forces. Really like the artwork on this one. The hollow pattern is nice with the eyes. This I actually got from the Gengar EX box, and I'll flash up the box on screen, but I was finding these boxes in late 2020, early 2021 for, I'm pretty sure they were $12, $12 or $13 on Walmart shelves. And I still have one sealed, but I opened, I think maybe like 8 of them during the time. And this isn't technically a promo, but this is one of the ones that was in really good condition. Some of them luckily were in really good condition, but some of them not so much with the way they used the plastic to kind of clamp the cards in the old school collection boxes for Pokemon. Like they would have indents on like the left or right sides. I got lucky with this one where this one's super clean. Next we have the Raichu GX promo from the Shining Legends Raichu collection box. As far as full arts go, this is probably my favorite. I don't know why, I just really like the coloring on it. And it's really not that expensive in a 10 at all. But I've had a few of these promos for a while now. And this is another one that, for the most part, was in good condition. It was hard to find these with good centering. So this is one of the better copies that I have that I think is worth sending in. Again, a lower value card, even in a 10, but I think it's cool. Next, we have the EVEX Prismatic Evolution Surprise Box promo. I was able to pre-order a couple of the surprise boxes from the Pokemon Center website when they dropped, before everything was selling out instantly or before they had the queue. So I opened one, kept one sealed, and then this is the promo that I pulled. It's pretty nice. This is one of the few in the submission that I think possibly could get a 9, solely due to there is a tiny white speck. I don't know if you can see it, like in the bottom right corner. It's really not that noticeable at all. It's about as small of a white spot as you can get. Like there you can definitely see it a little bit. All the other corners look super clean, but if you look at it from a distance, it's really not that noticeable. So I'm hoping this one gets a 10. I wouldn't be super surprised if it gets a 9, but that tiny white dot in the back bottom corner is the only thing that might get this one. But I figured it's still worth sending in if I can sell it right away. because I think these will only continue to go down in price just because they're printing so many of them. And Prismatic overall as a set is just kind of slowly declining in price. Next, we have the Blastoise from Celebrations, the Classic Collection. This is a really cool card. Another one that's not super expensive in a 10, but a lot of the Celebrations Classic Collection cards were super clean as far as quality control, but a lot of them, the centering would be your main issues. The centering on this one looked really good overall, and the condition is really good. Next, we have the Mega Gardevoir EX Full Art from Steam Siege. I actually pulled this card. I actually pulled 2 copies of this card. It's always the worst sets that you tend to get the best pulls from for some reason. But the artwork on this is super nice, and this one's gone up quite a bit in value in a PSA 10 recently. And this copy is, again, super clean, no whitening, really good centering, so I feel pretty good about this one. Next, we have the Tag Team Birds promo from the Hidden Fates Elite Trainer box. I have quite a few of these. Only a couple of them have really nice centering. A couple of them have not so great centering. Even the centering on this one isn't perfect, but again, I used that card centering app and it's still within the 55 to 45 range. And that's, again, the only thing about this card. Everything else about it is super nice. It's very clean. This is a card I've been sitting on for at least 4 years now. I remember when Hidden Fates had their big reprint, I was able to find maybe like 6 Elite Trainer boxes out in the wild, back when they used to limit stuff more frequently. And then there was a couple that I bought on the secondary market for maybe 120 bucks at the time. But yeah, this is another one I feel pretty good about. But these have also gone up quite a bit in price recently, the raw copies and the PSA 10s. Next, we have the Lucamine Full Art from Crimson Invasion. This is another one I pulled way back in the day. Again, really good centering, really good quality control on this one, which is nice, really nice texture. Next, we have the Crispin from Prismatic Evolutions. I've only ever opened 14 packs of Prismatic Evolutions when it first came out, and was able to pull this guy out of just 14 packs, so really not bad, honestly. Can't complain about that at all. The only issue with this one is the centering left to right. As you can see, that right border is a lot thicker than the left one. But again, I measured it and it's within the 55 to 45 range. It's like right on the border of being 55 to 45. So this is another one where I wouldn't be super surprised if it got a 9, because it also has like the back corners, like there's not really any whitening. They're just like not cut super well. I don't know if that'll focus. But yeah, that corner is just a little jagged, like it's not super round. Same with that one. Yeah, like a couple of those corners are just not cut super well. And then with the centering being slightly off, you know, but this is another one where I feel like if I can get a 10 and possibly sell it sooner than later, just because again, Prismatic's kind of on a decline right now, but still a cool card. Next, we have the Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno GX. Regular GX from Hidden Fates. Another really cool tag team artwork. So I guess I'm sending a copy of all of the tag team birds from Hidden Fates except the rainbow. And again, really nice quality control on this print run for Hidden Fates. Next, we have our second copy of the Gengar EX from Phantom Forces. Another one I pulled from one of those Gengar EX boxes. I specifically spaced these out in the submission because from what I hear is if you put 2 of the same card back to back in a PSA submission, the graders are more likely to give one a 9 and one a 10. Just based off the psychology of if you're looking at the same card back to back, you're going to be looking for more flaws in the second copy. And then I've heard multiple people talk about how they'll send multiple copies in the same submission. One will get a 9, one will get a 10. They'll then crack the 9, send it back in with a different submission, and then it'll get a 10. So I thought about putting these in different submissions, but I have quite a few copies of these I want to send in. So I figured I'd try spacing them out in the same submission and seeing if I can still get 10s on both, because I feel like they're both 10 quality for sure. Just really nice condition and then really good centering, not just on the front, but on the back too. Like that's pretty much perfect centering for the back of a card. And last but not least, we have the Test Tube Mewtwo GX Secret Rare from Shining Legends. I actually pulled this out of a pin collection box because in late 2020, early 2021, I really liked Shining Legends as a set, and I wanted to open it before it got too expensive to justify opening. And I was watching it on the secondary market just keep going up and up in price. But not just that, I think it was sometime in 2021, I actually found 3 Raichu GX Shining Legends collection boxes on Target shelves. Like, I hit the restock right when it happened. That was the only time I was able to find Shining Legends in a retail store. And I pulled a second copy from one of those boxes too. So I have 2 copies of this card. This one is slightly cleaner. As you can see, the centering is off left to right. Top to bottom looks pretty good, but that left border is thicker than the right border. I'm not sure where the centering is on this one. I didn't check to see if it's still in the 55 to 45 range for PSA's qualifications. But the main reason I didn't check is because I don't know if it'll be able to show unless I pull it out of the case, but it has the white speckling on the back. For some reason, both copies of this card that I pulled have the printing error where they have like white speckling on the back of the card. Not sure if you can see it right there. There's just white specks on the card itself. And it's not super noticeable on this one. It's definitely more noticeable on the other one. But that with the centering being off, best case scenario, I'm hoping this gets a 9. I could see it getting an 8 with that white speckling. But yeah, if this gets a 9, I would definitely be more than happy with that because I've had this card for a long time. I've had most of these cards for a long time. So yeah, that is the full, complete first submission that I'm going to be sending in to PSA as a bulk submission. We definitely got some more expensive cards. We definitely got some lower value cards. I'd probably offload some of the lower value cards, except for this Raichu, just because I really like that one. I just want one for my personal collection. And then I have duplicates of most of these cards. For the second bulk submission I'm going to send in, it's going to be a lot of the same cards, just in less pristine condition. And I pulled all of these myself, minus the Jesse and James. I bought a couple extra copies of these. I did pull one of these, but I bought some more copies as well. I've just been sitting on them for like 4 years. But yeah, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, if you could like and subscribe, that would be awesome. And I will see you in the next one.